What's up, everybody? Tune in to episode 21 for the late night channel Eps. I'm your host, EEPMON. I apologize, I'm a little later than usual. Just posting my YouTubes because my nephew, he introduced me to this game. It's called Brawl Stars. Ever heard of Brawl Stars before, this game? Once you start, you just can't stop. It's like crazy game. It's one of those games where you just kind of you have kind of top down, you're shooting, and you have all these like strategies. And I'm using one particular character. She's like a mechanic or using technology, and one of her special moves is that she can place a sentry that just automates and it shoots it's like a turret and it keeps on going. And I'm learning how to move around and also aim. I'm getting much better at it. I won a couple times. We had like 5-on-5 against these other opponents, and I came out winner. Even against one of the big dudes that have over like 50,000 HP. And I was able to like just strategically place my turret, moving around and attacking on both sides, which was pretty cool. But yeah, I used to truth be told, I used to play a lot of video games when I was in my youth. Of course, the first thing that I played was with the Nintendo Entertainment System. And I remember, I think it was like, I think my brother, either it was a Christmas gift or my brother, he won this like piano concerto or some sort of like festival, Kiwanis Festival or something like that in Ottawa or something. And as a reward, like I couldn't believe it. Either that or we just got a Nintendo and I was ecstatic. Because the only thing I knew about Nintendo was the Famicom that my cousins had at the time, and that exposed me to like Super Mario World. And I'm like, what is this game? Like, what is this like Mario and all these games? This is crazy. You can control the characters, like vivid colors. And when we got it, I would say my life changed for the better, because it wasn't for video games, I wouldn't be doing. I think it did play a big part in my digital creations and digital art. And as I mentioned in my previous episodes, like pixels and technology and all that played a big, it's influenced the way I do things and getting informed and early on and using, I guess, interactive tools in the form of gaming helped inform what I do today. But yeah, so I guess I have to thank my brother for that. So yeah, so Nintendo, Famicom, of course, the Super Famicom. No, sorry, the Super Nintendo. Japan is Super Famicom. And then right before that, I got the Game Boy. Kept on playing nonstop. Like, I don't know if you call it wasting my years playing video games. I don't know. I mean, like, I did enjoy it. So anyway, so playing this Brawl Star game is like it feels like being a kid again. And what's really cool is that sometimes I catch my nephew and my niece online and we play together. But I say my nephew and niece are pretty OP. So their characters are so leveled up that they whoop my butt every time. But I'm getting better, so next time I play, I'm sure that they'll be very impressed. So Brawl Stars. Apparently, it's the trending game of this year or something like that. But yeah, I mean, like, there's so many characters to learn. But I'm gonna stick. I only when I play a game, I stick to one or two characters I like, and then I just like beef them up and like power them up. And then go from there. Yeah. But these games have come a long way, I can tell you that for sure. That's for sure. Video games. Final Fantasy. You guys remember Final Fantasy? If those who are listening have not heard of Final Fantasy, I don't know if we can be friends anymore. No, just joking. Google that because it is one of the most epic video game franchises in gaming history. Metal Gear. Have you guys heard of Metal Gear? Another classic. The whole Metal Gear Solid franchise. Like Mr. Kojima, man. Like Kojima, like this guy is like a genius. So if you guys have not heard of either Final Fantasy or Metal Gear, and all you can say that, oh, I know Super Mario, I mean, come on. You got to get with the times. Even I have to get at times with Brawl Stars. But yeah, it's just crazy. I spend so much hours. I know in Final Fantasy, for example, Final Fantasy 4, I spent hours and hours, like over like a week, or I don't know. I forget how I clocked out. I maxed out the hourly time duration of when it like actually tracks how long you've been playing, because I had every special item, every weapon, every secret armor, everything. Well, actually not. I have all the weapons, everything, except for one particular item in Final Fantasy IV, and it still bugs me to this day, but I just don't have time to play this game anymore. And it's called the Adamant Armor in Final Fantasy IV, and the only way you can get the Adamant Armor is by fighting a monster called the Pink Puff. And this Pink Puff, you have a 1 in 64 chance of encountering a Pink Puff in a specific room in the final dungeon. And when you fight the Pink Puff, even if you beat them, there's still a 1 out of 64 chance of it dropping the pink tail. And then you take the pink tail, you go to this island where you have these little guys that would take the pink tail to I don't know, it's like the I don't know, I think they make something out of it, and you get something called the Adamant Armor, which is the ultimate OP freaking armor. So I think apparently like almost every attack you'll always miss when you get hit, and any magic spell it nullifies. Either it nullifies or you get healed by a magic attack or something like that. That's the only thing that I never got. And guess how I found out about this Pink Puff? I think I heard about the pink tail somewhere, but yeah, I think I wrote to I don't know. This might date me a lot, but have you heard of Nintendo Power? Back in the day, there's this magazine that was released officially from Nintendo called Nintendo Power, and what it was is that it talks about the latest games that are coming out, strategy guides for like Ninja Gaiden, or like all this kind of strategy guides for Mega Man, all this stuff. But then I wrote to Nintendo Power, and I said, "Hey, what's with this like thing heard about the Pink Puff? Where do I find this thing?" And then yeah, so they actually hired back in the day, Nintendo Power. They hired video game like wizards or like experts. So you would call them in, or they'll write to you, and they'll give you like tips and all that. Like that was a thing back then. That was crazy. And speaking of writing to Nintendo, this is the craziest thing, and I know you guys are gonna hit me, and you guys are gonna slap me and like call me crazy and stupid. Long time ago, I wrote a letter to the creator of Mario. His name is Shigeru Miyamoto. Shigeru Miyamoto, the creator of Super Mario, okay? And I just send it to Nintendo America, so I don't know like if it's gonna reach to him. I think it was like months later, I get an envelope from Nintendo Japan, from Kyoto, and it was a personal letter from Miyamoto himself. And he told me, I remember his letter, he told me, like, hey, I'm glad that you enjoy Mario a lot, everything, and you're having a great time. But I remember he wrote to me, he said to me, but make sure you spend some good time outside and outdoors as well. He said that. He said, like, I'm a guy who plays video games, but make sure you equally spend as much time going out, playground, have fun too. And not only that, he hand signed 2 Super Mario 3 trading cards that are from Japan that had Mario in a Tanuki suit and this other one. He signed them, dude. He signed them, and guess what? I can't find them anymore. I don't know. I don't know. I must have like got lost somewhere, or maybe my parents threw my Mario bag that had the Miyamoto signed trading cards. Oh, and to this day, it just bugs the crap out of me. But I thought that I'd share that story. Those would have been, it was so epic if I still had those. Like, I really cherished them, and then I just couldn't find them. Like, where did it go? Oh, man. But those were the days. Those were the days. My brother and I, we always play video games, and, like, we play ice hockey, and he beat me every time. And I get very mad. Or, like, he's really good at Bubble Bobble. He always seems to get more points than I do, and I was always, like, the mad. I was always angry. I threw the controller down. And then he was better at me at Street Fighter sometimes. It was just so unfair. But yeah, that was the Family Feud playing Nintendo. But yeah, I was a pretty erratic kid and a big sore loser when it came. Maybe, no, I wasn't sore. Maybe I was very competitive. That's why, you know, I am who I am. You know, I have a bit of that competitive personality. And I hate losing. So when my brother got all the points in Bubble Bobble, I wasn't happy at all. I was like, come on, you got to share the wealth, man. Share the love. I need some points too. Come on. So playing Brawl Stars is sort of like getting these childish emotions back. But it's different this time because when I'm playing with my nephew and niece, we're like teaming up together, or you know, it brings back good memories and brings the kid out of me. I still think I'm a kid. This is the late night channel Eps, and you know, I'm an artist, and you know, we're young at heart. You know what I mean? Like, it's all good. It's all good. That's why I still have that's why I have slime here. Do you see the slime here? Do you know where this is from, folks? This is from a game called Dragon Quest in Japan. In America, we called it Dragon Warrior at the beginning, but now I think it's consolidated back to Dragon Quest. This is a slime, the classic blue slime that appears, I think it appeared in every Dragon Quest like series. 1, 2, what are we now? Like 13, 14, 15, I don't know which number we're at. I got this slime. This is an OG slime, by the way. This is not like, I didn't just go out and bought it like recently. This is a 1990 slime. And I think it's one of the first plushes that Dragon Quest released. And I got this during a vacation with my parents and my family, my brother and I, mom and dad. We went to Japan, and lo and behold, there was a slime. But now, whereas to where I got it, I don't remember. People were asking me where. I was on Reddit, and people were like, posting like this specific OG slime, like, where'd you get it? I go, got it in Japan, but I can't tell you where I got it. I don't know. It cannot be like a Lawson or 7-Eleven. It must be some sort of department store kids section in Takashimaya, or I don't know, like or Cebu or something. I don't know. Speaking of which, in Japan, it's far away from now, but I will be going back to Japan in October. So yeah, currently EEPMON's on the plans of next phases and continued business developments over in Asia side. But I tell you, this is a total random stream of consciousness right now. I'm pivoting from video games, Dragon Quest, Japan, and now like summertime. And I'm gonna talk more about my summertime. But I tell you, folks, I don't know how this happened, but like my summer shot, like I've got like 5 projects, juggling with 5 projects now. It's gonna be insane. Like May was crazy, June is gonna be crazy, and then like this, like the kind of things. If all 5 get the green light, well, basically 3 have got the green light, but if all 5 get the green light, like I'm all the way up until like September. And then once September's done, then October rolls around and I'm in Japan. Like, it's crazy. It's like, I don't know. I don't know how these things happen, but it's fine. Like I'm actually very grateful, and I'm glad I'm being very productive, and still have time to play Brawl Stars. Well, yeah, I mean, just get ready. Like, this EEPMON Arc 2 is going to be completed by the end of June, and Arc 3 begins in July. And then Arc 4 begins in October. And can you believe it, folks? We are now past midpoint of 2024. We're past the middle. Like, where did time go? This is crazy. We're past halfway point, folks. You say, like, I'm not getting any younger. Oh, man. Anywho. I hope all is well, folks. It's, oh my goodness, it's already 12 in the morning because I've been playing Brawl Stars. This is bad. I gotta stop playing these games. Like, I don't want to, like, you know, this is insane. Well, June 4th it's now June 4th, and then June 14th will be the Eepverse launch. I mentioned I was going to talk a bit about that. That's going to be, it's EEPMON's Metaverse, or my attempt for Metaverse. I'm going to give it a shot, see how the community builds, but this is something that takes incremental steps, and I for sure do not expect to be a one, like, this, like, amazing, like, you know, things need to be built slowly. And that's what I anticipate with Eepverse. Eepverse, yeah, what's up? But so far, the feedback has been very positive. And let's see how the 14th pans out at Art Engine. You know, I'm currently working on my PowerPoint presentation for Killjoy and Lana Dingwall to be with me to onboard those who are first-time crypto holders. And this is, as I mentioned, this is an info session, education session, and a launch of Eepverse. I really want this to be a community thing, very grassroots, very low-key, have a great time. And that's basically it, you know, and to see where that takes us. But what's really interesting when you're building your own, we're literally like startups here, right? So they say, like, oh, you know, will it yield dividends? Will it be successful? I dare say by doing this activation of Eepverse, working with Killjoy, working with Lana Dingwall, who should be giving a very great info session of onboarding users. Like, I'm meeting all these people from the Web3 community, you know, just taking all the knowledge and experience that I've done through presentations, keynote speaking, preparing PowerPoint presentations, dizzying array of PowerPoint presentations, knowing how to speak, articulate my information in a very digestible way that everyone can understand. Like, all that is being applied now to really put to the test of this new thing. You know, making stickers, having fun with it. I love it. So yeah, let's see where it goes. Again, I think the play here, and what's very important, is the community component. It needs to be an authentic community component, like no hidden agendas. Like, we just want to have a good time. That's what it is, you know. This is what I feel that Eepverse is going to represent, and people holding the Eep Monkey. By the way, it's a free mint. You only pay for the gas fees. You pay what you want. Okay, this is like, I'm not, there's no ROI or what my minimum margins are. That stuff is Web 2 old stuff. This is the way we got to do it. I think we got to engage the community, free mint, and have a great time. You know, in the decentralized manner. That's how we do things. Anywho, wow, I'm surprised I talked this much, given almost 20 minutes. Should I go back to Brawl Stars? No, I'm just joking. I'm going to bed. Okay. Hope you have, all you guys, a great day, a great night, great afternoon, wherever you are in the world. This is the late night Channel Eves. Clearly, almost the next day Channel Eves. I will talk to you all tomorrow. Until then, bye-bye.